What you're looking at is a general schedule, how to crate train and take care of your new puppy. Now, if your puppy is between 2 months and 4 months, you're going to start off using a wee wee pad. If the puppy is older than that, the puppy can go straight outside. So generally, this is the schedule I have as my hours. You're going to plug your hours in and let the puppy be trained to your lifestyle and not the reverse. If you follow the schedule, your puppy should be housebroken in about 7 to 10 days. So let's get right into it. So this is usually the layout of where a puppy is trained. I usually recommend training your puppy in the kitchen. There's usually a tile or hardwood floor, and it's a place where everyone congregates. The puppy right now is going to live in this kitchen for the next 7 to 10 days, and it's only coming out for two reasons, either to go to the bathroom or to eat. The rest of the time, the puppy is going to live in this crate. Now, the crate should only be big enough for the puppy to stand up and turn around. Dogs are like bears. They don't like to poop in their den. But if the crate is too big, the puppy is going to poop in the front and go to the back and hide. So again, the crate should only be big enough for the puppy to stand up and turn around. In the crate, you should have a couple of toys for teething, some type of crate mat, and a water bottle. Nearby, you're going to have food and water bowls, never in the crate. And also, somewhere nearby is going to be your wee wee pad. Okay? Now, the rest of your house right now is off limits. Okay? The puppy cannot go anywhere around the house right now because it's going to pee and poop everywhere. It's going to think it's okay. And all this training I'm going over with you now is going to be right out the window. Now, for the time being, your backyard is also off limits, assuming your puppy is between 2 months and 4 months old. If the puppy is older than 4 months, then the puppy can go to the backyard. But generally, I recommend not keeping the puppy out for too long, just letting it do its business and come back in. Okay, so let's talk about what the schedule is going to be for your puppy. So your puppy, again, should be in the crate right now. Your puppy should have a collar around its neck at all times. You're going to have a leash somewhere nearby in the kitchen. At some point, you're going to take the puppy out of the crate, bring him over to this pad, and we're only going to give him 2 minutes on the pad. Now we're going to come up with a command. I use hurry up. Hurry up, do your business, go potty. Whatever you want to use, just make sure everyone in the family who's doing the training uses the same command. Now, in a perfect world, we bring the puppy to this pad, we give him 2 minutes on the leash, and we only give him enough leash so he can stand up and turn around. At that point, we ask the puppy to go to the bathroom. So, in my world, I'm going to use hurry up. So I say hurry up, and within 2 minutes, the puppy goes to the bathroom. Good boy or good girl, we're going to give the puppy one training treat, and his real reward, or her real reward right now, is she gets to play with you in this kitchen area for about 15 to 20 minutes of play. Now only, very important, only if the puppy goes to the bathroom. If you bring the puppy here and within 2 minutes, the puppy does not go to the bathroom, no good boy, no treat, back in the crate. Okay, and that's the general rule. Now, around the meal times, the puppies usually have to go to the bathroom. So let's talk about that. So when it's time for a meal, you're going to give the puppy food and water. Okay, you're going to give the puppy about 10 minutes to eat. As soon as the puppy looks up at you and says, I'm done, the puppy goes back in the crate for 10 minutes. Okay, the food, the water is going to go through the puppy's body. The puppy's going to have to go to the bathroom. At that point, we attach the leash to the collar. We're going to bring the puppy back over to the pad, and we're going to give him a command to go to the bathroom. So we say hurry up, and he goes. Good boy, nice and loud. Let him know he did something good. His real reward, again, he gets to play with you in the kitchen for 15 to 20 minutes. But again, only if he goes to the bathroom. If you bring him here and he does not go to the bathroom, no good boy, no treat, right back in the crate. Around the meal times, I like to try 10-minute increments. So if he doesn't go after the first 10, we can try another 10 minutes and bring him back out to the pad. Now, again, if he goes, good boy, treat and play with him. If not, back in here. Around the meal times, I like to do 10-minute increments. If he doesn't go after the second 10, I usually wait about a half hour. But usually, at some point, they're going to have to go. And the more times they go to the pad, without making yourself crazy and the dog crazy, the faster they learn, this is where they go to the bathroom. Okay. Next, when it's time for bed, everybody goes to their bedroom. The puppy goes in his bedroom, in the crate. If he cries, he barks, complains, he wants one thing: play with me. He's not sick. He doesn't need to go to the bathroom. Whatever you do not go near that crate. Because if you go near that crate tonight, he's going to say, okay, sucker, every time I cry and I bark and complain, they're all going to come running to me. And we don't want that. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, once the puppy's in his crate for the night, and you happen to see he poops in the crate, stays in it all night. Okay? Because the same rules apply, where he'll say, I poop, they clean, I'll keep doing it. So if he poops in the crate in the middle of the night, we leave him in it all night. Now, it could get ugly sometimes, but it's very important to leave him in there so he doesn't think he can get away with it. Now, he'll stop pretty soon when he realizes if he poops in the crate, he's got to stay in it, and he can't get away from it because the crate is only big enough for him to stand up and turn around. So that's why we need a small crate. Okay, in the morning, it's all business. First one up, opens the crate, brings the puppy on the leash to the pad. We give him 2 minutes on the pad, and we ask him to go to the bathroom. So in my world, I would say hurry up. If he goes within 2 minutes, we give him one training treat. We tell him he's a good boy. Verbal praise, very important. We tell him he's a good boy, give him one training treat, and his real reward is he gets to play with you in the kitchen for 15 to 20 minutes. Now again, if we bring him here, he doesn't go to the bathroom, no treat, no good boy, right back to the crate. Okay, after that, you guys have your breakfast. Now the puppy has his breakfast. Food and water outside the crate. 3 things we never do in the crate. We never give the puppy a bowl of water, a food bowl, or any wee-wee pad. Never in the crate. Okay, so now we give the puppy breakfast. Food and water. As soon as he's done eating, within about 10 minutes, as soon as he looks up at you and says, I'm done, he goes back in the crate for 10 minutes. Once again, the food, the water's going to go through his body. He's going to have to go to the bathroom. At that point, we attach the leash, we bring him right over to the pad, and we ask him to go to the bathroom. Now, again, in the perfect world, he goes. Good boy, nice and loud. Let him know he did something good. He gets one training treat, and his real reward is he gets to play with you again in the kitchen. Okay? Now, the puppy should learn by going back and forth to this pad eventually. The more times you do this in the course of the day, the faster he's going to learn. That's where he goes to the bathroom. Okay? So, let's talk about the way you know the puppy's trained. Okay? The way you know the puppy's trained is when the puppy stopped having accidents in the crate, only going to the bathroom on the pad, or as I'm about to show you, in a spot in the backyard, and when you're playing with him in the kitchen during the 15 to 20 minutes of play, when he does go to the bathroom, he's having no accidents. At that point, you can fold up the crate, pull out the mat, and your puppy is now part of your family. All right, so let's talk about when the vet says, okay, guys, the puppy can now go outside. What you're going to do that day is you're going to clear a spot in the backyard, and we're going to bring that wee-wee pad outside. Now, I recommend something called housebreaking aid. Housebreaking aid is a bottle of pheromones that you spray on every pad, and it tricks the dog into thinking another dog went to the bathroom, and it gets them to go a lot faster. So generally, I use it when I'm using wee-wee pads every day. I'll sprinkle few drops in the center of the pad. This way it gets the puppy to go a lot faster and it gets him trained a lot faster. So what you're going to do that day that the vet says the puppy can now go outside, you're going to clear a spot in the backyard, no rocks or twigs. You're going to bring this pad out twice with those pheromones on it. First thing in the morning and right after breakfast. So you're going to bring the puppy to the spot in the backyard after he eats and the first thing in the morning. And we're going to ask the puppy to go to the bathroom. Puppy's going to see the same pad. It's going to smell the same scent. It's going to realize, okay, I think I'm getting this. They have a treat for me, and they're going to tell me I'm a good boy or girl. I'm going to go. So when the puppy goes, good boy, one training treat, and if it's a nice day, you can play outside in the backyard. Otherwise, bring the puppy in and give him 15 to 20 minutes of play. Now, you do that twice in the day. The third time in the day, you have no more wee-wee pad outside. You spray the ground with those pheromones. You bring the puppy outside to that spot on the leash. We give him 2 minutes again to go to the bathroom. As soon as he goes, good boy, one training treat. Play with him either in the backyard or in the kitchen. And then he's trained. Now he can go outside from now on. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Follow it. It works. A couple other things that are very important right now is no free play. Okay, what that means is nobody in the family can go over to the crate any old time during this training period, open the crate, and stop playing with the puppy. Because if you do, the puppy's going to start peeing and pooping everywhere. He's going to think it's okay, and everything I just went over with you is right out the window. So for the first week or two, there's no free play. The other thing is, I like to call it no puppy parties. You can't bring all your friends over or your kids' friends over. Open the crate and stop playing with this puppy any old time. Because if you do, same thing applies. Everything I just went over with you is not going to work. So the less chance we have of accidents, the better and the faster the puppy's going to train. I hope you enjoyed this training session, and if you follow it, it really does work, but it requires a lot of patience and a lot of family effort. One other thing I'll point out is from 7 o'clock to 9:15 at night, or whatever fits your lifestyle, the puppy does have kitchen playtime. So every night during the training period as well, you can play with the puppy with your family in the kitchen. In the kitchen only, though. If you let this puppy run around your house, the puppy's going to pee and poop everywhere, and everything I'm telling you is right out the window. So, again, stick to the rules. They work. I've trained numerous puppies, and I've had great results.